Ambassador Liu mentioned that he went to Hadassah and saw work that was going on there. We all know our various organizations are doing many things in the wake of what happened on October 7th to support and help the people of Israel and elsewhere. And we have a video montage for you of a few things that are being done by some of our organizations. We don't have everything, but this is just a little bit of a taste. So turn your attention again to the video screens.
Like in so many other Jewish organizations, the Israel-Hamas war has profoundly affected all of us here at Amenu. So many of our members and leadership have deep personal connections to the kibbutzim that were attacked, to those who are still being held hostages, and to those who tragically lost their life. We have been working diligently to support and stand behind the people of Israel and to provide our Amenu community here in America with updates about events and rallies and about ways to donate and engage. We have been working with our friends and partners in Israel and around the world to raise funds to assist Israel frontlines hospitals, community organizations, kibbutzim in Otef Aza and others. We have already sent out some significant funds to Israel.
My generation got too comfortable. We are too distant from the horrors of the Holocaust. We grew up sheltered in a country that was fairly welcoming to us. And we looked at individual occurrences of anti-Semitism as ludicrous examples of hate. Really though, intense anti-Semitism has never gone away. And the last few weeks have only brought it to light more. And now's the time to remember what being Jewish really means. We Jews didn't survive thousands of years of persecution by staying silent and weathering the storm. And now, so-called anti-Zionists, only the modern adaptation of the hate we've known for centuries, tell us that it's complicated. They tell us that they're not anti-Semites, they just support the Palestinian people, while chanting from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, and waving swastikas. Never again would we let the world stay silent in the face of direct attacks against us. Bring them home! Bring them home! Bring them home! Bring them home! I'm 14. This could have been me or any of my friends.
We are one of the major trauma centers here in Israel, and over the past 10 days, we have treated more than 120 patients.
I am so sorry for your pain.
Rhoda Schmalo joins us now.
Our hospital is creating 2 special floors, which are safer and waiting for many more victims to arrive. We need to be prepared for months and months of rehab for many of the patients from all over Israel. And we have a massive emergency fundraising campaign.
Since Black Shabbat on October 7, Israel Forever has been working in many areas of activism and engagement to help on the ground in Israel and to support our people around the world in unity and empowerment initiatives. Israel Forever continues to serve the needs of Jews around the world, looking for ways to do more and to feel a sense of connection and belonging with those in Israel and with each other.
we overcame every single challenge, and we Jews will do so again.
You've all seen the powerful work we do. I guess it was good that we didn't get 43 submissions. We'd be here all night. But it would be a powerful tribute. I know there's so many of us, many organizations are busy doing. So please, as we'll keep posting on our website and other times, compilations of what we're all doing and sharing that. So please do that. I know one of our organizations, Volunteers for Israel, has some material on a table outside, and there's others that are doing many different things that are in the room, virtually everybody here. So please continue to send that in. I would like to just, before I move on to the recognition of our honorees, we have here, I think if he's still in the room, Assemblyman Michael Novakov from Brooklyn, who is part of the delegation of the state assemblyman, who's part of the delegation of the American Forum for Israel. So happy to have public officials with us. When we planned this tribute reception in a different era, we wanted to pay recognition to those inside of AZM and those outside that we work with that support Zionism and the work that we all do. So we identified a Vision of Herzl Award to recognize two external partners that many of us have been involved in, the Ruderman Family Foundation and the Focus Project. Unfortunately, the Ruderman Family Foundation representatives are in Israel at this time and were not able to be with us. And we wanted to particularly focus our recognition of what the Ruderman Family Foundation, led by Shira and Jay Ruderman, do in the area of Israel and Jewish-American relations. One of the things, for example, in this room, as we were emerging from COVID, we had the showing of the New Jew series with Guri Alfi, which is one of the projects that they have done. Some of the things that Enter talked about today are in this area of building connections between diaspora Jews, and particularly the American Jewish community, and Israel. So we will convey the award to Shira Ruderman, who particularly leads that area, and we now have a short video about the work of the Ruderman Foundation and a message from Shira.
לדבר על יחסי ישראל ארצות הברית מבלי לעסוק בצלע המשמעותית ביותר שנקראת יהדות ארצות הברית זה פשוט לפספס את כל הסיפור.
We all know that Israel has only one true ally in the world, and that's the United States. And I think a large reason that America is close to Israel is because of the Jewish population here.
הקשר בין ישראל ליהדות ארצות הברית הוא הכוח הכי גדול של העם היהודי מחוץ לגבולות ישראל.
ישנם שינויים רבים במערכת היחסים בין שתי הקהילות, והשינויים נובעים מסיבות מגוונות.
יהודי ארצות הברית מכירים את ישראל. אנחנו בישראל אין לנו שמץ של מושג מה קורה בחיים היהודים בארצות הברית.
מי זו יהדות ארצות הברית? ממה היא מורכבת? מי הם האנשים האלה? מה מעניין אותם? מה חשוב להם? מה מטריד אותם?
What Israelis miss is that Jews living in America are not Jews who happen to be in America. They're Americans and Jews, and they don't differentiate between the two. And they're very much part of American life on all levels.
מוכרחים להכיר את יהדות ארצות הברית כי זה העתודה האסטרטגית החשובה ביותר של מדינת ישראל.
אנחנו בקרן בחרנו לשים את הדגש כך שהעתיד המשותף של שתי הקהילות הוא במרכז השיח.
The mission of the Ruderman Family Foundation is to educate Israeli leaders on the American Jewish community.
לייצר מסה קריטית של מנהיגים בכירים, מעצבי דעת קהל ומקבלי החלטות, והיכולת שלהם להיות שותפים ומחויבים להעמקת וחיזוק הקשר בין שתי הקהילות.
דרכי הפעולה של הקרן והפרקטיקות הן שונות ומגוונות, החל ממשלחות של חברי כנסת ועיתונאים לארצות הברית להיכרות ומפגש עם יהדות ארצות הברית, הפעלה של אירועי שיח, כנסים, פאנלים, מפגשים. אנחנו מפעילים את השדולה ליחסי ישראל-יהדות ארצות הברית בשיתוף עם חברי כנסת, שיתוף פעולה עם מכוני מחקר על מחקרים חדשניים שבודקים את תרומתה של יהדות ארצות הברית לטובת מדינת ישראל, הפעלה של תוכנית חדשנית ויחידה בישראל ללימודי יהדות ארצות הברית באוניברסיטת חיפה, ועוד עשייה רחבה, מקיפה, אסטרטגית, כדי באמת להצליח להוביל שינוי משמעותי.
אם נמשיך להתמיד ולעסוק בלמידה ההדדית של שתי הקהילות אחת את השנייה, נוכל להבטיח עתיד משותף טוב יותר, גם למדינת ישראל וגם לקהילות היהודיות.
ההשקעות שקרן רודרמן משקיעה הן השקעות לטווח ארוך. ואני חושב שזה מה שלדעתי מייחד את הפעילות שלה. זו חשיבה אסטרטגית.
I think the success for us is building a strong network that really understands this issue much deeper than Israeli leaders have understood it in the past.
Dear friends, cherished colleagues of the American Zionist movement, Deborah Isaac, AZM President, Herbert Block, AZM Executive Director, and representative of all its 43 member organizations. I am addressing you today with heavy, heavy heart as we in Israel are devastated by the malicious attack on our people, on American citizens and citizens of many other countries by the terrorist organization Hamas. While we mourn this great tragedy, we remain brave and proud as Israel and the Jewish people will endure. The power of friendship, love, and liberty will defeat hatred and bigotry. Light will triumph over the darkness as we face this terrible tragedy together. I am honored to be speaking with you at the AZM Biennial National Assembly on behalf of my husband, Jay Ruderman, and the Ruderman Family Foundation to accept the Vision of Herzl Award. I would like to thank you all for the honor you have given us with this award. We are humbled and yet proud of being associated with a prize named after Theodor Herzl, the inspiring visionary of the Zionist movement and the Jewish state. It was Herzl himself who said that. It is true that we aspire to our ancient land, but what we want is that ancient land is a new blossoming of the Jewish spirit. For 2 decades now, we at the Ruderman Family Foundation have been working tirelessly to follow Herzl's vision and to strengthen the connection between American Jewry and the State of Israel. This aspect of our lives, which is so pivotal and so prominent, has shown us that we must do our utmost best to ensure that our children and future generations will be proudly associated and connected with Israel, which will ultimately ensure the safety and prosperity of Israel and the Jewish people. As a result, we have paid special attention to fostering greater understanding in Israel about the American Jewish community and to raise awareness towards the importance of the relationship as a strategic element in the national security of the State of Israel and the Jewish world. Our work has touched upon every element in society, from academia, missions of Knesset members and government, groundbreaking research, original productions, and vast online activities, and we have only just started. We appreciate the work of the American Zionist movement and its 43-member organization. We commend you on your work to keep the Zionist movement prosperous, and I thank you again for the wonderful honor that you have given us with the Vision of Herzl Award. Let us all pray for our people, soldiers, and the State of Israel. Am Yisrael Chai.
Thank you. The other organization that we are honoring with this award is the Focus Project. And I know many of you have seen the communications we've sent out to AZM organizations about the work of the Focus Project. The original connection was from Richard Heidemann through Yossi Hollander, who founded this project a number of years ago, and gradually many of our organizations have increased their participation with the Focus Project. Ilana Meirovich, who's the executive director, is here with us, came in from California, and she'll tell a little bit more about their work. But the Focus Project in particular is putting together materials every week that many of our organizations are using and sharing, that is really factually based, nonpartisan, has a broad coalition that many organizations here participate in their editorial process to lay out the facts, focusing in particular on Israel, anti-Semitism, and anti-Zionism. And they have an anti-Semitism 911 page that speaks particularly to the issue of anti-Zionism that AZM has worked on, and to draw attention to that aspect of the issue of anti-Semitism. So we encourage you through this recognition of the Focus Project to take advantage of their resources, to be in touch with Ilana, who's here, with Eric Greenberg, who's based in New York. We thank Yossi Hollander, who is back in Israel this weekend with his family, but he will be at the rally in Washington, and for his vision in creating the Focus Project, bringing together this coalition, and therefore they're worthy recipients of the Vision of Herzl Award. So I'd like to call up Ilana to receive the award. Debbie. And then some remarks from Ilana.
Thank you. Thank you, Herbert, and like you, Harriet, I don't think I can. People always tell me, please stand up. Well, guys, I am standing. So this is going to work. Herbert, you basically said it all. Thank you for being such an amazing partner. We are humbled to be part of this group. And if you haven't all heard about the Focus Project, it's not by lack of design. One of our mantras is no logo, no ego. What we try to do, what we've done, and through Yossi's vision a few years ago, is to look at the fact that we collectively are really good at explaining stuff, but we're not getting through, right? You get 6 Jews in a room, you get 22 opinions. And we all have our way of saying things. Yet if you look at the other side, whoever that may be, they get their words out and they repeat them again and again and again, right? I mean, a couple years ago, nobody knew what apartheid state means. Now it's become synonymous with Israel. Try to explain that one away. So Yossi's vision was, yes, we all have our different agendas. Yes, we all have our different perspectives, but there is that which unites us. And when they hate us, that unites us. And when they speak about Israel as an apartheid state, that unites us. And however we operate and whatever we do, we can find that common ground and that language. So our goal was to find the language, the messaging, the words that can resonate. The other thing that we did is we looked at the landscape of the American public. We all preach to the choir here. I mean, we all have our echo chambers. But the average Susie Smith in Des Moines doesn't know who we are. She doesn't follow, unless she's Jewish, she probably doesn't follow any of our social media pages. How do we get to Susie Smith in Des Moines? We're not going to be able to get to the very far Israel supporters on the right or the very far Israel haters on the left. They're going to be what they're going to be. But the American public is a vast ocean of people. Many of them just don't know. They pick up their sound bites from social media, from TikTok if they're kids, or whatever, and they go, oh, yeah, it's somewhere, it's complicated, it's too much. How do we distill that? So we said we can do that. Yossi has a method of bringing people together. He did that when he founded Echoes and Reflections, which is the #1 leading Holocaust education program in the country. He pulled up ADL, Yad Vashem, Shoah Foundation, and they put together a program. So Yossi said, I can pull together the Jewish organizations. And as a funder and a board member in many, he succeeded. So how often do you get a place where you've got a representative from Stand With Us, a representative from NCJW, a representative from ADL, a representative from Hadassah, from AZM, all on a call every Monday morning, religiously. We have people from every group get on a call every Monday, and we say, what should we talk about this week? And granted, there's an ocean of stuff, and Stephanie from Conference of Presidents. And we have an ocean of topics to talk about. And we try to research and look at what is most important. Obviously, in today's war, it's very clear. But last week, our topic was from the river to the sea. People don't understand what that means. Why is it that people like Rashida Tlaib can say, oh, it's a freedom thing? Well, no, it ain't, folks. So how do we explain it? So we put a backgrounder and 3 talking points. What can you say about it when somebody asks you? What can you do? We've been gathering resources. All of you, I can't remember, somebody said this morning, if we could only put all of our resources together and share them, we have that voice, because we can say we partner with all of the organizations. We're not an organization. We are, somebody called it a B2B, right, or a wholesaler. We will give you the content. You can send it. You can put your own logo on it. We'll give you all the resources. We'll centralize them. We will be your shofar. So we are at what, Eric, now about over 1 million, our reach. We have a lot of individual subscribers. We're just signing people up like crazy. My local rabbi, basically, what do I say on the pulpit? What do I say on the bima? I'm struggling. Here are some talking points, Rabbi. Community parents, what do my kids say? Fine, here are some talking points. Here's how you dispel myths, right? We have a list of about 12 myths. Israel blew up the hospital. No, it didn't. Gaza is an open-air prison. No, it's not. Facts, quotes, cites. We're apolitical. It's not about views, it's about facts. We call it focus on facts. So this is what we try to provide, and this is, I believe we're meeting a need because people are signing up, and obviously we thank for all of you. Hadassah is a partner, we love that. A subscriber, all of you, AZM, Conference of Presidents, NCJW, like I said, ADL, Stand With Us, and we're growing, and we want to go more. Do we know everything? No. We can always, are we winning? I don't think so, because everybody here is going, we're not doing so well, but we've got to try, and this is our effort in it. So thank you. Thank you for being a partner.
You'll get to hear more from Ilana on our panel tomorrow on social media at 11 o'clock, so come back. Now we're going to see a compilation of tributes from people in this room about honorees within AZM. We had the Bonei Tzion Award, which is recognizing our internal leaders within AZM who were helping build Zion. As was mentioned, we were going to be celebrating the Israel 75th anniversary, and people who have helped build the state and build the Zionist movement. And you will see those honorees, including a separate category of the Chalut Tzion Award for Erica Kushner, honoring their work as a young Zionist leader. And you'll see now some tributes to Ken Bob, who is in Israel at this moment, Judge Abraham Gafni, Rabbi Bennett Miller, also in Israel at this moment, Alan Silberman, who's here, Sondra Sokal, who's in Israel, Marlene Post, who thankfully is with us, and Salomon Vaz-Diaz. So please watch the screen.
Mazal Tov to all of the honorees, but I'm here to wish a special Yasher Koach to my chaver, colleague, and mentor, Ken Bob. Ken, even though it's late, I know you're watching from home, from Israel. From us first crossing paths when I was a mere chanicha at a winter seminar, and you were a visiting former mazkir from Habonim Dror, through your time on Kibbutz Gezer, and then returning to the U.S. and committing to leadership in Amenu, the AZM, and the national institutions, just to name a few, you have been synonymous with the term dugma ishit, a personal example to me and others as a progressive Zionist activist and leader. Like all of us at the Biennial, we did not expect to be celebrating during these horrific times, but you are once again leading through strength in your work on rescuing the hostages, including our friend and colleague, Vivian Silver. In closing, I could quote any number of Zionist leaders that are behind me, but it will be no surprise that I will conclude with Aleph Dalet Gordon. There will be no victory of light over dark until we stand on the simple truth that instead of fighting the dark, we must build the light. Hamon Toda, Boneh Tzion Ken.
I feel very privileged and honored to present Judge Abraham Gafni for the Builders of Zion Boneh Tzion Award of the American Zionist Movement. In 2013, when I was president of the AZM, I appointed Judge Gafni as chairman of the American Election Committee. He continues in that role to today. He was the right person for the job. I'm not sure he knew exactly what he was getting into, but he never complained. With his great wisdom, fairness, and clear-headedness, he led us through some very complex moments in the life of AZM and the world of the WZO. I felt that with his career as a judge, his involvement with Jaffe and with WZO, he was the right person for the job. He was then, he is now. Rabbi Hanina ben Dosa tells us in Pirkei Avot, Kol sheruach habriot nocha himenu, ruach hamakom nocha himenu. When a person's fellow creatures are pleased with him, God is pleased with him as well. We respect Judge Abraham Gafni. We love him. He is a good friend to all. We pray that he may be blessed with many years of good health, of continued service to the Jewish people. Kol hakavod, Magia lacha, you deserve this great award. Mazal tov.
Bennett, Mazal tov. I cannot imagine anyone being more deserving of this award right now. You are the ultimate American Zionist. You were born just a few weeks after the Jewish state was established in 1948, and since then, every day of your life has brought with it a commitment to Israel, to Zionism, and to the Jewish people. There has been no one who has sent more students to Israel in their lifetime than you, and you have endlessly been tirelessly working and committed to raising money, sending kids, teaching about Israel, and working with our organized Jewish community to make Israel a strong priority for American Jews. You have done it in just an inspiring way, talking about how this has meant so much to you personally and why the story of the Jewish people in the state of Israel is inextricably intertwined. Bennett, I love you for everything that you are and everything that you do and everything that you have taught me. And you are constantly always reminding us why Israel is so important and why we need to be working for its cause as American Jews and through the Reform movement. Bennett, Mazal tov, and I hope that your infectious love for the Jewish people, for the state of Israel, for the Hebrew language, and for Zionism only inspires continued generations to come. Mazal tov, and thank you for all you do.
L'man Sion lo echesheh. For the sake of Zion, I will not be silent. For the sake of Jerusalem, I will not be still till her victory emerge resplendent and her triumph like a flaming torch. I'm Saray Crane, Executive Director of Merkaz USA. It is indeed my honor to say a few words about Merkaz board member, my mentor and friend, Alan Silberman, whose life exemplifies this verse from Isaiah. Alan is the board member that everyone wants, a Zionist from birth. It's in his blood. Just ask him about the work his parents did before the creation of the state. Alan has been a leader in his local community as well as nationally and globally. No one knows more about the intricacies of the Zionist world than he does. Alan, who is a world-class attorney, has given of his time and energy to the Jewish community, from his synagogue to Camp Ramah to Masorti Olami to the AZM, the WZO, and of course Merkaz USA. And I'm sure I've left off several other groups. He and his wife Margaret, who ran the Tikva program at Ramah, Wisconsin, have been a force to be reckoned with in the Jewish community. It should be noted that he has a grandson who is a lone soldier and is now with his unit defending the state of Israel. Summing up, I need to emphasize that Alan is a mensch. He always takes my calls and helps fill me in on history, how we got to where we are, understanding that the world has changed, and oh, so willing to be part of the team to figure out how to move forward for the good of the Jewish people. Alan Silberman's involvement in the conservative Masorti movement, American Zionism, and Klal Yisrael continues to be a blessing that we pray will continue for many years to come.
Sondra Sokal is truly a force of nature, one of the most incredible leaders I have ever encountered. I've had the privilege to work alongside her both at the AZM and Amit for several years now, and I have learned so much from her. I can truly say how fortunate I am to have had her as a mentor. Her breadth of knowledge is astounding. She is a walking encyclopedia of modern Jewish history and can quote AZM, Constitution, and bylaws like a seasoned attorney. Her input at any meeting is always brilliant, poignant, and measured so as to address the issue while also considering all positions. Sondra's tone and her demeanor is always so respectful and understanding, regardless of who she is speaking with and whether she agrees or disagrees vehemently with their stance. It is this that enables her to get along with representatives from all facets of our wide AZM community and to be so respected by all. As a former president of Amit, she led with confidence and a fearless spirit that allowed us to emerge as a #1 school network in Israel. And as a member of the AZM, and in the various roles she holds at Jaffe, the WZO, and beyond, she advocates fearlessly and brilliantly for what she believes is fair and just, always with the goal of making Israel even better for future generations.
Marlene, Mazel Tov on receiving the AZM's Builder of Zion, Bonei Zion Award. You are a leading and generous role model for all women who are lucky enough to know you and who aspire to make an impact in the Jewish and Zionist world. In fact, Marlene, I don't think there is anyone exactly like you. During your over 50-year volunteer career, you have played important roles in many Jewish and Zionist philanthropies. These include past national president of Hadassah, past president of Hadassah International, founding member of Birthright Israel, the Claims Conference, the Jewish National Fund, the Israel Sports Center for the Disabled, the Jewish Agency for Israel, the Board of Israeli Bonds, the Advisory Council of the New York Board of Rabbis, the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York, the Board of the American Zionist Movement, the World Zionist Movement, United Jewish Appeal Federation of New York. Phew, and I probably left some out. Marlene, your leadership style has always been with warmth and grace. You are an amazing woman. The world needs more Marlene posts. Thank you for being a mentor, friend, and colleague to all who know you. Again, Mazel Tov, we love you.
Salomon, I can't think of anybody more fitting to be honored by the AZM than you. And I'm very sorry that physical impediments prevent me from being with you and everybody else tonight at this Biennial gathering. You've been a mentor and a campaign manager, a companion, a friend, and a co-religionist of Jacques Torshina for more years than I want to try and count. And I value every single one of them. Your knowledge of not only the Constitution of the World Zionist Organization, but I think the entire Talmud associated with the World Zionist Organization has been invaluable to all of us, whether we know it or not. Thank you for all you've done for the AZM, behind the scenes and out in front, in carrying so much Zionist fervor with you in that deep, slightly accented, gravelly voice. Zion greetings, Mazal Tov.
Hi Erica, we at Habonim Dror want to say thank you for all the work you've done. We're so excited for you to receive this award. You deserve it the most. We want to thank you for all of the work that you did to lead Habonim Dror and lead the progressive Zionist world. We're so excited for you in your future Aliyah journey, and we're so excited that you're receiving this award and you deserve it the most.
Yeah, congratulations, Erica. We are so proud of you and are so lucky to call you a Habo alum. And we wish you the best of luck in your journeys through Eretz Yisrael.
Okay, now, don't worry, we're not going to have 7 acceptance speeches, but we would like to call our honorees up to come and join us and receive a token of our gratitude. So we'd like to ask Judge Gafni, Alan Silberman, Marlene Post, and Erica Kushner to come up, and receiving the award on behalf of Sondra Sokal is her granddaughter, Ilana Sokal. Yes, I said Marlene. Oh, and wait, Salomon, sorry. Did I call that Salomon? Please. Wait, let's, We'll get a group picture with the end.
What an honor this is. What's your fountain pen?
God, no.
Everyone is getting a mezuzah.
Oh, a mezuzah.
I hope you're not afraid to put it up on your door.
Salomon? Erica?
Don't make a move. And behind you is a big space, so only move forward. Only move forward.
This is Sondra's granddaughter accepting on her behalf.
Hey. Let's get a picture. All right, let's get everyone in one picture who is here.
Oh.
Yep, sure.
And the people who are in Israel will get them their gifts when they are when they return.
And you could Photoshop them in.
Want to stand next to Helen?
All right, let's get everybody a close.
Oh, yeah, come close.
My wife will stand behind me so she'll walk in. Thank you.
Thank you. Our program is not over yet. We have...
Oh, we're getting another picture. Okay.
the picture that I have with Herzl, my eyes are closed. Oh, great. Good. All right. Thank you.
Now,